I swear, dude, I was watching even part of that fucking vice presidential debate was fucking. It's just weird. Anyway, oh, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're the Keyboard Warriors, presented by RealTheWarriors.com. My name's Eddie Laws, Fred Kirby, and our guest tonight from MMA Storytime, Dave Madden. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Chilling, man. Okay, so I know you and I talked a lot about all the closures and shit. What is California like right now?
It seems like they're in this approach where everything's like color coordinated, and so you're in these like tiers of infection, rates of infection, whatever it is, and so every county is like moving through these tiers in different ways. So and where I am, I mean, things are pretty much open. I don't really go to a lot of movie theaters anyways, but I guess you can. I don't know, man. It just seems like we're kind of normal, but it's obviously not normal. There's like so many weird behaviors you do out in public now, and I don't know. So generally, yeah, I think it kind of depends on where you're at in California too.
I got you. All right, well, that makes sense. No, because like I tweeted out, I was like, "Hey, what's open in California? I'm trying to go to the beach and shit." And everyone's like, "Avoid LA County, go to Orange County." I'm like, "Done. Newport Beach, just go." Anyway, but but everything's good with you. Everything's nice.
Yeah, no, all good, man. All good. It's again, man, just these crazy times. It's just weird. It's just it's not as scary as it was. I was thinking back to when you guys were doing the shows with the pandemic, you know, kind of right in the middle, and I thought it was interesting, man. I remember back where how do you guys talking about how's that any different than CNN or Fox or whatever it is? Like how are we that different here? We all kind of don't know shit, but it kind of shows we still don't know like very, very much at all, and it's just weird, man. Weird times for sure. It's and I'm waiting for it to kind of flare up again, dude. It's like kind of popping up. Well, it seems like it's kind of doing it again. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's flaring up everywhere. And the funny thing about that, the reason we're talking about that right now, or why I brought it up, is because Texas went ahead and said, "Yeah, y'all can have people at your fucking MMA shows now." So Texas is gonna have. Well, I think at first it's gonna have like limited crowds. I think at first then they're going in. And so I'm not really sure what they're gonna. I'm not like how they're gonna do that. You guys hear that?
That I'll mute myself while we're doing it.
It might be. Yeah. Okay.
Could just be the connection in general. I was thinking my connection's a little fucked right now too.
It might be. Yeah. It might be. Fred. I'm not sure. All right. Anyway.
No. God damn it. I did not hear that. Yeah, I got a lag. My bad. But I didn't hear that they were letting anybody fucking back in. Like Texas always got to go off and be a cowboy and do some bullshit, don't they? Like we should just let them be their own fucking country. They don't want to be their own country. Go ahead and do your own thing, Texas. Hope your whole fucking county catches COVID. Look, a lot of people are doing a lot of things. Ain't nobody hosting sporting events yet. Good old fucking Texas come through to save the fucking day. They'll start letting people through the back door.
Well, I mean, I know Fred doesn't watch football. I know I've been watching like Red Zone on the weekends. I kind of have it on in the background, and that's kind of, if you're gonna watch football, dude, watch the Red Zone. I kind of live by that one. But it's interesting, man. I don't know. I'm not like into it, but I mean, it's on. And anyways, dude, fuck, Fred. I what were you saying there?
People, crowds, Texas. What the fuck?
Oh, dude, the NFL stadiums, dude. It looks like some have crowds. I mean, more than one or two. Someone said, "Oh, one stadium." I was like, I think there's more than one, man. It seems like quite a few.
The NFL has crowds.
Some, yeah, dude.
Small crowds, but crowds. Hey, in fact, the Dolphins, Florida, just told the Dolphins, "Yeah, bring in whoever the fuck you want." They're opening up the whole goddamn thing.
Well, just the Dolphins alone. They have the Miami Dolphins, the Buccaneers. There's a few teams. And it's not just a few people; it's like thousands. You know, it's a few people. I mean, quite a few people.
I wonder what the liability is like on that. Are they having people sign waivers? Like, if you go there and catch COVID and you take it home and kill grandma, I'll be like, "Yo, Miami Dolphins, what the fuck's the Miami fucking Freddies now? I'm suing the piss out of you."
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. Like a bunch of fucking NFL games got moved. A couple of NFL games got moved because players caught COVID. The players are catching COVID. What the fuck are you gonna do when thousands of people fucking go to your goddamn stadium?
Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. I've been low-key making fun of COVID here and there. I think we've all kind of loosened the grip on it a little bit and shit. Let me tell you something. I woke up this morning. You know how every once in a while you wake up and for some reason you just don't feel great, feel a little rugged. Hey, look, I almost had a panic attack. I woke up this morning and I was like, whoa, stomach feels a little rough. I don't feel that great. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh my God, I might have it. Like, it ain't so funny. I'll fuck around and be dead if I catch it for sure. I smoke too much. For like 5 minutes, I had a fucking mental breakdown. I'm like, oh my God, you can't catch the common cold no more without getting nervous as fuck.
Right.
All big joke until I broke a little fever. I'm like, holy shit. Thank God fucking noon came around. I got a little sugar in me and started feeling all right. But fuck, this morning was touch and go, boys.
God damn. All right. Sorry, I mean, that's fucking funny. But anyway, like, I mean, you know, not funny that you might have had it, but I'm glad you don't. Anyway, so that's on that part. Texas is getting wild again. So I guess we'll see what happens. Whether, you know, because immediately tweets are coming out like tweeting Dana White, Dana White, come to Texas. We have crowds and shit. I'm gonna miss my fucking silent fucking fights. I'm gonna miss hearing the fucking thuds and the shit talking and the corners and shit. I'm gonna miss the fuck out of all that.
Look, all bullshit aside, let's not fucking how's the old saying go? Let's not cut off our nose to spite our face. Right? Like, let's not rush it and end up having to stay gone longer than we plan to. That's the only thing I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. If you cocksuckers can have crowds and y'all can not fuck nothing up, then by God, knock yourselves out. But if you guys are going to come back too soon and fucking next thing you know, Dana White's caught the shit, because I mean, like, look, all joking aside, Donald Trump himself caught that shit. I mean, now he'll probably come out of it all right, but DW's got fucking vertigo and he's fucking old. He's been shooting steroids into him for God knows how long. I mean, all jokes aside, he might not be able to handle it. I keep telling y'all this. It's so fashionable in the hipster MMA community to hate Dana White these days. Boy, are y'all going to miss him when he's gone. Yep. Y'all motherfuckers do not understand the devil you know. Y'all think he's a liar and this and that. Wait till fucking DW catches COVID and fucks around and dies on us. You think the UFC's done some weird shit now?
Well, look at how many of them are testing positive. This corner, this guy, this corner, that corner, this. We thought. Remember when this popped off? We were like, "Oh man, oh shit!" One of them catches this thing. Watch what the fuck happens. Nothing happened. I mean, we just like waited for nothing to happen, man. I had nothing. Even with Bloody Elbow fucking trying to tear them apart. You know what I mean? I mean, nothing happened. And
well, to be fair, a bunch of people have tested positive. Nobody's gotten really sick. Again, let Dana White die. I bet you the motherfucking protocol switches up real quick then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are testing positive, but then, I mean, real talk, of all the fighters that have tested positive, how many of them have we heard? And this is an honest question too. Anybody in the comments, anybody that knows anything, how many of them have been really sick? Like, genuinely sick. They went home and then they had to go to the hospital. They were touch and go. Like, to the best of my knowledge, they test positive, they fuck off, they feel great, they come back 2 weeks later, they're ready to rock. Like, nobody has been really terribly sick by this. Now, that's not to say that maybe they didn't infect one of their grandparents or something. I don't know the story of every fighter that's been infected. I just know that I never hear about a follow-up like, yo, they were really sick. They went back home and they went to the hospital and now they're on a fucking ventilator. Like, not one person has been like that. So, quite frankly, I'm getting fucking spun out on conspiracy theories, but I don't really hear about too many people these days like getting that fucking sick anymore. I know it happens. So now,
yeah, and the UFC is already the Wild West of it. I just, you know, they just push forward. I wasn't overly surprised. It just was. I kind of waited for a lot more backlash, but you know, they just kind of push forward. The NFL, on the other hand, man, they're super sensitive to people's opinions and you know, their mighty dollar, you know, and those ads and. So anyways, man, what these guys are catching it in the NFL, it's just kind of interesting. I'm interested to see, because baseball didn't really change very much. It kind of kept going, and I think they're going to finish their season now.
So we'll see, man. I don't know. The NFL is fucking up, in my opinion. I think they came in with no fucking plan whatsoever, and so they're asking for their season to get stopped. But you know, what are you gonna do? We'll find out about it soon enough.
Yeah.
Then again, there's a lot of money behind that shield, so you never know. All right. Oh shit. Otis is here under a different name. I noticed that. Sorry, Otis, but Jerome Jones says, "Who's your loser of the weekend? How's it not? You didn't Aldana for wasting her opportunity to show the MMA world that she's ready for championship matches."
It's not her because she didn't waste an opportunity because she's not ready for championship matches. Do we want to get right the fuck in? I tell you what.
Go ahead.
No. You guys go because I'm going to fucking get shot out of a cannon once I get going on this because they're not only an opinion on this, but of women's MMA overall in general.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Dave, you're muted, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I had that written down to talk about with Fred. Is women's women's MMA. So
well,
that's interesting. I want to go. Let me
go through the card really quick, and then that's literally the main event is women's MMA. So we'll talk about that. All right. Obviously, you get to see all the fucking results. Luigi Vendramini gets knocked out. Jesse Ayari. I missed most of this fucking event. Not gonna lie. Then Casey Kenny gets the decision win. Loma Lukbunmi. Jesus Christ, the last names in this fucking event. Decision winner Virginia Frey. Oh yeah, I heard Virginia Frey look like shit, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Imabov gets a decision win. Oh yeah, the Jordan Koulibaly fight was a draw, and I was not surprised at all. Carlos Condit gets a decision win over Court McGee, and this dude wants to fight Nick Diaz for some reason. So he can run from him again. I don't know. Anyway, I don't care about a Carlos Condit fight. I know people got to be fucking crazy, but I'm like, I'm done. Anyway, all right. Main card, Todorovic gets the second round knockout over Townsend. Oh, yeah, that was dope, actually. Kyler Phillips knockout win over Cameron Elsey. And then first female fight of the night, the one that Jesse's super happy about, GDR puts Juliana Pena to sleep, which nobody saw coming because Juliana Pena is supposed to be like the ground specialist and shit. And it made a lot of people happy, I'm not going to lie. But it also made a lot of people upset because now we're on our way to another, GDR Holly Holm main event somewhere down the line, which nobody wants. Let's be real. All right. Co-main event, Carlos Felipe gets a decision win over Jorgen De Castro. And actually pretty entertaining fight. But let's get to the main event. Holly Holm decision win over Irene Aldana. And thus the question about Aldana. Like you said, like Fred said, she wasn't ready. She's not ready for championship matches. Clearly, right? And then let's get the other one before we go in on and in women's MMA. Who's your winner of the weekend? How's it not Jermaine Durandamy for that dominant victory over Pena? That is GDR's first career submission.
Well, I don't know if I could quite call that a dominant win. Did I feel like she was losing that fight before she pulled off the kind of Hail Mary submission? Was I in the dark on that? I didn't think she was really even winning that fight per se, or it was at least close. Yeah,
it was.
She wasn't like dominating and crushing her, but I mean, she was, I think, winning. It seemed like she's up.
Okay, fair enough. Either way, I do agree that she was the winner. I don't think nobody expected her to finish fucking Pena like that. Yeah. Certainly not with a submission. The fucking Iron Lady, the Muay Thai specialist, and then Julia Pena being the fucking ground specialist. Like, yeah, I think the odds on that were like fucking plus 3,000 or something. I don't think many people were calling that one at all. So yeah, slick move for sure. Quickly on that fight though, just on that note, I kind of feel, bro, it was the worst decision in the world for GDR to not fight Cyborg. Right. Do you realize how much better her career would be right now if she had just fought her and got knocked out? No harm, no foul. You'd have been like every other broad that fought her. But then all these wins subsequently would have looked so much better had you just like that fight is such a fucking black cloud over her career. I know I can't be the only cunt that just can't get over that, right? Like, dude, I know there's a lot of us.
She dropped the belt and ran from the fight. Like, she didn't want to fight. That was one of the first times where I'm not going to... everyone says, like, oh, this guy's afraid of this guy or this girl's afraid of this girl. That was one of the first times you could legitimately say that somebody ran from a fight because she did. She's like, I have to fight who? Nah, keep your belt. I'm out.
And I don't think the GDR was afraid of Cyborg. I think she was afraid of losing, though. Right. I think she thought she'd lose that fight, and she's like, fuck that. I'm not losing it. I'm bowing out gracefully. You ain't going to take my belt and make me look stupid because you're cheating. But either way, I digress. Horrible decision because now something like that was super impressive, and it's almost like she cheated when she did like kind of snub Holly after the bell, and she's had some weird ways, but it's like she's got low key, she's got more of a dark cloud over her than the cheaters in our sport do.
Yeah.
Who's coming back? Fucking TJ.
Yep.
Hide nor hair. We don't think nothing of the fact that he flat cheated his tits off. But
Like
GDR and that fucking running with the belt, I'll fucking never forgive you for that shit.
I greatly appreciate people like Fred. I mean, honestly, I see a GDR and I go, all right, you know, good. You won. That was awesome. You submitted her. Cool. Good for you. Fantastic. You know, but I don't, I guess, care enough to take the time to reflect enough on her career to go, oh shit, I remember that part of it. You know, I might think, oh shit, that's the girl who beat up the guy in the what was it, like a tough man competition or some shit. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. And but yeah, you're right. She sucks ass completely.
Yeah, no, it was trash. So, getting on some comments here, but we'll talk about the state. I know Fred wants to get into the state of women's MMA. Unbroken says Texas, hook 'em. There you go. Raider says, "What's up, Dave?"
Hey,
Adana's one dimensional. Agree. She should go box. Adana wasted her time. She knew that was she knew what was on the line and put up a dud. That was pathetic.
Yeah.
People going up about how awesome Home was, but was she really that good, or was Aldana that unseasoned? Both. Okay, no, I don't think she's that good. I think Aldana's that unseasoned, but that's just me. All right, let's get into the state of women's MMA. Women's MMA is mostly trash. It sucks, but it's true. And the gap in women's MMA is just huge. Fred, take it away.
Those two comments kind of sum it up. I was just about to say, I knew when Holly Holm won, especially in the way that she won, very workmanlike, very workwoman-like, however the fuck you put that, you little freaks. I knew the MMA Twitter was going to lose their shit over this, and everybody was going to cry because Holly Holm's going to get her title shot, or more than likely, we're going to get Holly Holm and GDR in the rematch and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, cry me a fucking river, man. Here's the problem, right? Irene Aldana, that's our best, right? That's what we had to offer Holly to find somebody to fight Nunes. It's not our fault that she's nowhere on that level. Women's MMA in general is very lacking. And here's where the fucking point's going to get a little controversial. Dare I say that Amanda Nunes, overall, pound per pound, might be a little overrated because of what women's... Look, y'all quick to throw Ronda under the bus and be like, oh, well, women's MMA was just underdeveloped. It wasn't all that special. She was doing all that. What's to say it ain't still underdeveloped as fuck? I mean, let me throw this out there. For all of me, I was thinking about this. Amanda Nunes, and all bullshit aside, I'm not trying to come for her. She's still the greatest, you know, she's the woman GOAT, no doubt. But let's put this in perspective a little bit. Skill for skill. Is Amanda Nunes really that skilled and talented of a fighter? Or are the rest of the broads she's fighting maybe just not that skilled or talented overall? For me, I'll answer the question. You know who Amanda Nunes reminds me of? The male version. And this might rub some of y'all the wrong way, but real talk, the more I think about this, Chuck Liddell.
Oh, shit.
She reminds me of a female Chuck Liddell. It's not like her BJJ is amazing. Right. It's not like her wrestling is she's not some crazy great striker. She didn't fucking Adesanya Cyborg. She thunderstruck her. She got close enough and went whop. And that's kind of what she does with everybody. She sort of Chuck Liddell's them. She's got serviceable enough wrestling to prevent you from holding her down, but she's not quite. I mean, she's landed some head kicks, but so did Chuck. Right. Chuck, you know what I mean? Like, she's a pretty good striker, but she's kind of like a striker brawler. She's not like some George St. Pierre, a fucking, you know, Anderson Silva, Adesanya sort of crazy striker. Like, she's sort of, but, and I'm not really hating on her. This is where women's MMA is now. I'm just saying, like, again, Irene Aldana being our, like, here we go. And then Holly Holm, low key, is like our washed up veteran that should be getting smashed out. And not only does she win, but she dominates.
Right.
And the question, and now who's she fighting? Another sort of old washed up vet, like real talk. Now, listen, I will say female strawweight is lit. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's just more littler broads. Maybe there's more smaller, talented women. I don't know. Yeah. Female strawweight, you got to give credit where it's due. The top 10 is nasty. Outside of fucking Amanda Nunes, Holly Holm, and GDR, pull together fucking 3 or 4 stars or women from 35 and 45, if you can even count 45. You know what? Fuck it. Throw 25 in too, but not Shevchenko. Take her off the list. Outside of 15 and Shevchenko, who is there?
Yeah.
Like there's like no, you know, and I don't think it's because sometimes I think it's because the personalities lack, but I also feel it's just not the talent's not caught up, and I don't think it's nobody's fault. It's just that women's MMA, as advanced as it is, it's still a little in the dark, man, talent wise. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I think a lot of people say that, and I think a lot of people realize that and recognize that. And my idea, dude, I think I put it in the comments a while ago. I said how the UFC needs to. I mean, they have Invicta. Invicta does all these like random shows randomly. Why not just close Invicta, make the WUFC, and then that's the main women's hub. And then they can do their own shows because there's going to be the weirdos who like WNBA, you know, for whatever reason. And then there you go. They can watch WUFC. We'll tune in. Hey, Shevchenko's on the card. Cool. Maybe Nunes would fight a dude. I don't know. I just. Anyways, man. They and it seems like they're kind of loading up with more and more women on the card. I mean, 2, 3, 4 fights. Good for them. I mean, it's like you want them to have the opportunity, but like, I don't give a shit. You know, it's really kind of hard to watch. And I think Invicta, people tune in, dude. People watch Invicta cards. Why would they not watch a WUFC card?
Right. And the other thing people are saying is just like you were saying, like, you know, move all the women in the UFC over to just Invicta and and just, you know, put some money into Invicta and make it a little higher quality product.
You know what? While I'm fucking ranting too, let me. I know I'm all over the place here, but let me fucking do one thing here. Let me hold your fucking feet to the fire, Eddie. I was going to do it earlier, but I didn't want to fucking interrupt the flow of the show. But you brushed right past the co-main event, saying that was a pretty good fight. No, the fuck it wasn't. The co-main event fucking sucked. Those two fucking fat pieces of shit should not.
That was a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight fight.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Castro and those two shitbirds fucking stank up the co-main event.
Which one was I thinking about?
I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about, but that co-main event was for the fucking birds, Jack. And heavyweight men is somewhat in that same affair. Again, not to take away from Stipe, but if you really kind of evaluate Stipe's career, other than the DC fights, and quite frankly, when he did beat DC, it was literally DC's last fight.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to say he was washed up, but it was literally his last fight. He knocked out Fabricio over Doom, who's fucking older than dirt. Heavyweight in general is old. And again, I'm not really like trying to take it down the champions. They can only beat who's there. But to say that heavyweight is flourishing, I mean, we're about to fucking bust a nut in our panties because John Jones is going to heavyweight.
Right.
It's not like there's a shitload of talent there right now. I mean, again, all joking aside, those two dudes in the co-main event were UFC heavyweights. And look, I know. Look, you showed up to the Keyboard Warriors, cocksuckers. This is where we shoot that mouth off. I know those two big cocksuckers that beat the dog piss out of me. I'm not suggesting anything other than that. They'd whip all three of us with one hand tied behind their back. But I can come on here and say that as paid professional athletes, they look like fat tubs of shit. And to be fair, when have we had a UFC heavyweight champion that looked like that? Since fucking, I don't know, fucking the Tank Abbott days or whatever. To be fair, these days, they don't look like that. And I know, DC, shut the fuck up. He's a different sort of caliber athlete. And a dad bod is not fucking flabby belly like I got right now. Those two pricks have not been in the gym like that. Like DC had that strong sort of, I drink a bunch of Coors Lights on the weekend, but it's like a hard, big belly dad bod. You know what I mean? Those two dudes were jiggling like jelly. That's not what a fucking professional athlete's supposed to look like, for fuck's sake.
No, I you know what, you're right. I always watched a little like a YouTube highlight thing. You're right. That's not the fight I was thinking about. I don't know what the fuck fight I thought I was watching. Anyway, all right. Sorry, real quick. I'm gonna go through a bunch of comments here because we're stacking on there. Raider says, I'm okay with Dillashaw's Roy tits. Fair enough. The 115 class is stacked though. Flyweight too. Flyweight. I mean, okay, but 115 for sure.
Fuck off with the flyweight, Otis. Bullshit. You fucking stack the names up and you show me where flyweight's stacked. Chef Chico don't got a challenger from here to the goddamn moon. Bullshit. Strawweight, super stacked. Flyweight, I call horse shit. Sorry.
135, 145 are lacking. Fred's gonna tell women to go get back in the kitchen.
Let's not get too crazy.
Yeah, he
extreme here.
he won't do that.
Not quite that far right.
Right. Wei Li Zhang is skilled. Amanda Ribas is seriously skilled. I peg her to win the title in due time. She's really good, and she's got that charisma.
Flyweight?
Ooh,
Amanda Ribas.
I don't know.
25, yeah.
25.
Okay. All right. Easy, Otis. Maybe flyweight is starting to get a little bit of depth there, but still, don't get too fucking cute. Flyweight's still a little dicey.
Yeah.
But there might be something to that.
Yeah.
Maybe it is sort of maybe we fucking can featherweight. We open up atom weight, and I mean, listen, broads are smaller no matter what the fucking crazy elitists on the left will have you know. There's a big difference between men and women are just generally smaller. Maybe the talent pool is between 105 to 125 for women.
Did I see Otis is saying Ribas is 115?
Yeah.
Did she just fight her? Did she just fight Paige at 25? That's why
I think so.
I was saying that. Okay,
probably. Yeah. Well, and then there you go. She's 15. So 15 is fucking stacked, but and 25 might be coming along. But yeah, 30. Look, one thing we definitely can all agree on: 35 is fucking dead in the water. And I mean, 45 doesn't exist for fuck's sakes.
Yeah,
we got 4 girls who are at 45. I mean, what the fuck are we even talking about? 45 literally isn't even a division, and 35 is fucking dicey at best.
Yeah. So now the women's divisions they have a lot of work to do. It's one of those things where it's like where I'm with you. I think I mean, again, personally, move all the women over to Invicta, change the name if you need to make it better, but definitely like pump some money into production and all that stuff, make it more, like fucking pump up the product, and then just go, like women can get their own promotion and everything. The problem with that comes with, all these groups that are going to be like, you don't want to include women in the UFC and all this other shit. It's the same, like Dave said, it's the same thing. It's like NBA fans not wanting to watch WNBA and people get mad about it.
But you know what, though? Hold on, though. I disagree.
Okay.
I'm saying all this, but check it out. Ultimately, I ain't got no problem with it. It's just growing pains.
Right.
We just wait. I do think the talent will be there. I do think that eventually bantamweight women will be lit. These things come in ebb and flows. Eventually, men heavyweight will be lit. Like it's. I mean, what are you gonna do? We're not gonna abolish divisions. I mean, we got to ride out these waves. Look, I'm just stating the facts right now. Shit's shallow. There will be more talent. I mean, look, there was a time when men bantamweight was dead in the water. Men featherweight had a time where it wasn't all that great. You know what I mean? There's only been a couple divisions that are just always, 55 and 70, where it's all middleweight. Fuck Adesanya just fought in the UFC for the first time, fucking 2.5 years ago or some bullshit like that. Not too long ago, middleweight was low-key dead in the water. So these things kind of happen and turn over fast. Just because I'm talking all this shit doesn't mean that I don't think, within a year or two, the divisions can't have a whole bunch of contenders and be spicy.
Right. All right. Real quick, let's talk about PVZ called out Ribas for 125, and we saw how that went. True. Because she fought PVZ for the clout, and PVZ talked too much shit, and she got armbarred. So there went that. All right. Real quick, we got plenty of shit to talk about, but y'all hear about Mike Perry selling his corner spot for $5,000, and good old Darren Till's like, yeah, I got you on that.
I had a bid of $500 before I found out Till beat me out, and then Cam Soda beat me out.
Cam Soda threw $10,000.
That's what I'm saying. Then the fucking porn site throws in $10,000. Listen, when I first heard it, I was like, well, Mike Perry's fucking cute. I'll give him that. He always finds a way to keep himself in the fucking news.
Yeah.
And then, when I heard Darren Till offer the 5Gs, I was still kind of laughing, like, oh, this is cute. And then I seen that the Cam Soda fucking shit offered 10. And I was like, now look, a lot like the Diaz brothers, I don't think that Mike Perry is some fucking marketing genius or some business genius, but the cute cocksucker might have just stumbled across something. If the UFC's lawyers don't step in and make this not a thing, I mean, at the end of the day, unless you're elite, then maybe the corners really matter. If you're a guy like Mike Perry, and you're like, bro, I ain't winning no titles. I'm learning what I learned in the gym. By the time we get to the cage, dog, you could have Tom, Dick, and Harry in the corner. I've had my nose pushed over here. I know what time it is. I'm going in here to get down. I don't really need a corner, real talk. The commission has to provide me a cut man or somebody to fix my face. Oh, you know what I mean? If dude's lighting me up with a jab, I fucking get it. He's punching me in the face. I don't necessarily need some guy in the corner. Elites need that. A lot of them don't. this could be a way, if you have a big name, to really start generating some. I mean, fuck, even not a big name, right? You could be a prelim shitbird if you're like, yo, you be in my corner for fucking 20 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine the fucking people that might come out of the woodwork just to be cage side for a fight in the UFC. It hit me like, yo, Mike Perry might have just opened up a fucking door for fighters to actually, get another paycheck. What the fuck?
I swear to God, man, Fred and I were on the same internet journey, mentally, spiritually. I mean, dude, I swear to God, I went through the same. I was waiting for the Mike Perry talk. I was going to say literally the same emotions, the same like this, that, everything, dude. The problem is no one's going. Mike Perry, man, he's an odd duck, dude, and like you said, man, he stumbles upon shit. But I mean, he seems to stumble upon shit a lot, and so anyways, man, I think others might try it, dude, but it would snap you into like some sort of notoriety, some sort of like we notice you more. I agree, dude. People need to buy into that one or find another way to work that somehow, because there's something there for sure.
I just wonder. The UFC and Dana White got to come out and squash this shit, right? There's no way they're gonna allow some like chick from Cam Soda to come corner, right? What? I mean, I'll get Darren Till. Darren Till, go ahead. But the Cam Soda chick.
Why would they care, dude? They had Latore Gonzalez only in his corner the last time. That was
what's his girlfriend at least.
What the fuck does that matter, though? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, if they let his girlfriend corner him, surely they don't care. I mean,
well, shit. Well, yeah, in that case, I want the Cam Soda chick to go out there then, just to see what happens. Like,
fuck, I hope somebody else votes. I hope he fucking gets sent out there with a goddamn terrorist or some crazy shit. Imagine fucking ISIS steps up, like, we give you $2 million. You bring out our guy. It's like Perry be like, let's go, baby. Thank you for COVID. Daddy's getting paid.
Jesus Christ! Watch one of the Trump kids fucking vote or put money on that shit.
They come out with Kobe.
Oh, dude, that would be so. That would be fucking like WWE shit. But I would be fucking laughing my ass off.
All joking aside, imagine just for a moment. Imagine, allow yourself to imagine if Connor did it.
If Connor paid,
he's like, all right, I get John Kavanaugh. That's all I really need. So I'm gonna auction off my other one for a big Connor fight. You might have one of them motherfuckers over across seas. Like, yo, I'll give you a fucking $5 million.
I'm calling it right now. Fucking Floyd Mayweather will come and troll.
Jeff Bezos will come over and want to corner him.
Imagine it goes for like $1 billion. There's Jeff Bezos sitting there.
Jesus Christ!
You know so crazy. The world's so fucked up right now. Nothing would surprise me. If that shit happened, Jeff Bezos was cornering Conor McGregor. I'm like, sure he is. 2020, baby. Welcome to the new world.
Of course. Mike Perry about to go 2-0 with unorthodox corners. What's up, Kairos? Yeah, maybe.
If Mike Perry fucking knocks out goddamn Robbie Lawler with the fucking Cam Soda model and his fucking pregnant girlfriend, I'm telling y'all better watch me. I'll be on fucking suicide notice in my room. I got the fucking noose right over there.
Dude, Lawler's competing, man. We're not far off, dude. It's legit. That's a legit happening.
Jesus Christ. Mike Perry's gonna be ranked. You never know. Oh, what's up, Drew? I love Lawler, but that dude is getting old. Moraes can't guess up Sanhagen. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that this weekend for sure. You want something when the sponsors in the corner, right? Like I mean, it's a workaround, so it's a loophole.
Kind of, yeah. So somewhat really is. Now, to your point, if this did sort of blow up like that, I do kind of think that Dana White and them might be like, all right, for fuck's sakes, we can't have the cancer kid and fucking Tom, Dick, haired comedians and shit. Like, y'all can't just be auctioning off your corner to any fucking Joe Blow. But I mean, I don't know, would they?
Well, they had the Garbrandt and that kid Maddox, and they, he walked him out. Right. And he wasn't really a quarterman, but I mean, it was like a big deal. Oh, he had to get the okay, and then they did. And
all bullshit aside, this might end up being a really big deal with Mike Perry. Because, like, if they do this, they do kind of set the precedent. Because I tell you what, if I'm a fighter in the UFC, I'm watching this with a big eye. If y'all let Mike do it, you bet I'm trying to do it for sure. Yeah. I'm one of those fighters that's just been fighting forever. Like Alistair Overeem. You think Alistair Overeem needs a corner? That dude looks like a goddamn barbarian in a war.
Fuck all that. All these fucking like prelim guys that are making 5 and 5 if they win. Like, yeah, take his lot of money to their guys making that in the prelims. Right. Those motherfuckers be like, hey, give me $1,000. I'll let you corner me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Raider said, dude, I can't tell you how happy I am to see Dave on here. Get Woods on here again soon too. Hey, send us like who do you want to see on this show? I'll fucking reach out. But yeah, I'll talk to Woods, see what's up. The nose. God damn it, Nick. Let's see what we got. Connor in the dude. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Get Hawani as a corner.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
That'd be fucking. I would die laughing. That happened. I do hope that like they get like a Khabib after beating Connor moment where he like jumps out of the cage and attacks him, and it's just someone's just pissed at the nose and fucks him up on fucking television. That made me laugh.
On that, right before we went live tonight, I had watched George talk to George St. Pierre talk to Mark Raimondi or whatever.
Okay, real quick. So I heard about that. I didn't hear any details, so I'm learning this as you're telling it.
Listen, to be fair, I'm not the biggest GSP fan, so I really didn't hear much. I was fucking eating my dinner, just listening. And then they talked about the Khabib fight. Right. Long story short, I think George basically said it's highly unlikely anyways. Like a lot of the stars would have to line for him to like come back and take that fight. He wouldn't take it at 55, so on and so forth. I'm just thinking, who gives a fuck? Like, are we still really talking about Khabib versus George St. Pierre? Like, am I just on another planet with thinking that Khabib is not as proven as like a lot of people act like he is? Like, he doesn't really deserve to fight George St. Pierre. Why? Who did he beat? Like, y'all so quick to tear down Conor, but then real talk, y'all kind of give his win over Conor godlike status. Like, Khabib's only got like a handful of wins against extremely credible opponents if we're keeping it a bean. Like, some people really fix their mouth to compare fucking Khabib to Anderson Silva and shit. Like, y'all really need to kind of chill. He's undefeated and shit, no doubt. And he has looked great, no doubt. But he needs to defend that belt some. He's got a lot of work to do, too. I mean, how many fucking title defenses does Khabib got? One?
I think a few. Yeah, no, I don't think.
No, it's like, who did he win the belt from?
He got the belt. Oh fuck! Hold up.
Connor? Why you got to do this to us? Why got? Yeah, I think it was Connor. I think.
I'm just saying because he's defended the belt like one time, low key, and we be nominating him as Jesus. He talking about retiring. Like, what you mean you're gonna retire for what?
God damn! Why do you got to do that? That's what's so hard about this sport. I mean, look at how you have to literally go back and look and piece it together. I mean, some people are really good at pulling up.
Yeah, and I do know that a lot of times hindsight's 20/20, and it's easy to go back and kind of nitpick guys' career and be like, oh well, this win didn't age that impressively. But I just know that my point is he hasn't even defended the belt that many times. Other guys, we're real quick to give a lot of shit if they don't defend the belt more than 3 or 4 times.
Kairos is like, fucking thank you on that Khabib shit. You're speaking that real ass shit.
I mean, it's just true. Like, and I like Khabib. All joking aside, I'm a Conor stan, but like I fuck with Khabib, but like he needs to compete a little more. Like, bro's getting godlike status. You know what I mean?
It's the way Khabib beat those handful of credible opponents.
Fair enough, and fair enough. I'm not saying that he don't deserve a lot of, but keep it going. You know, like, yo, if he comes out and smashes Gaethje, boy, do y'all know how wet y'all gonna get? And listen, good fight, great fight, but let's remind ourselves, Gaethje's been beat. Dustin Poirier beat Gaethje. Eddie Alvarez beat Gaethje. I like Gaethje, but like, if he does come out and beat Gaethje, Gaethje's been beat. Like, let's not, like, he needs to beat Gaethje and then beat another one, and then beat another one, and then go up to 70. I mean, y'all are fucking, you know what I mean? Like, if we're talking all-time GOAT here, he's got some work to do. I like Khabib, but for me, he just ain't in that conversation like that.
The resume ain't there yet.
Nah,
and it's got to be okay, here's the difference. The resume in the UFC ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's 28. Was he 28? No, 29. No. Yeah, nice record. That's awesome, right? In the UFC, that's not that impressive because it's not all UFC fights. That's just it's just what it is.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're right. He's got a lot of work to do. The one time where everyone brings it up though is when they start talking about a Conor rematch. Like, do we think it's gonna go any different? I don't know. I mean, like everyone always brings up like, oh, motivated Conor. I'm like, no, eat a dick with the motivated shit. You know what I mean? It's like C-level Kane, also this shit. Like, relax with it.
I do think the rematch goes different, but here's the thing: it don't matter. I'm a Conor fan,
right?
So I do think Conor needs to come back and win another big fight. He smashed Cowboy, so what? Let Conor come back and beat Tony Ferguson or Dustin Poirier, and then he'll deserve that rematch, and we'll see. And Khabib, step your little funny Russian ass in the cage and beat Gaethje the way you need to. Like, yeah, let's just see. Like, these conversations are fun to have, but at the end of the day, all these gentlemen are still kind of right in the book right now. We're still seeing.
Mind you, everything that we just said is moot point if fucking Gaethje wins this fight. So,
right.
You know what I mean? At that point, everything we just said goes out the fucking window, and it's fucking up for grabs for anybody at that point. All right.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps that you said that. You're right. You're right. If Gaethje lands that punch and change for like as a Conor stand, if he knocks him out, it's like we're back in it, baby. We're back in it. We come in and knock out Gaethje, and we're on top of the world, you little rat.
I'm telling you, Gaethje knocks out Khabib, and it's convincing. It's like not like a fucking like they don't go 5 rounds and he gets knocked out in the 5th round. They didn't go back and forth or anything. Then everyone's gonna be like, oh, get Conor in there with Gaethje. And there'll be a lot of people fucking riding that shit. So, all right. Yeah, exactly. Especially you. Conor have the old man from the bar cornering him. That would be dope.
Well, you fuck off with the old man from the bar. We're never going to live that shit down, are we?
It's part of the fucking settlement. No. Nick says the nose will take the spot just to smell the UFC Apex. He wants to smell Dana White's head again. I'm telling you
let me tell you something right now. If fucking Ariel tries to get in there, that's when Dana White will be like, oh, well, fuck this.
Yeah,
I ain't dealing with that big nose cocksucker. I done barred him like fucking bullshit. I'll call this whole thing off. You try to let that prick in the door.
That fucker will be on fucking ESPN Plus and shit. Crying.
Ariel will ruin it for all y'all.
Yeah, exactly. One dude. Yes, I tweeted Eddie about it earlier. Sounds like a tiny call out in a way. I was talking about the GSP thing. That he does not want to be the guy to take 3 titles and leave again and be the best. I want to be that guy if I'm him. Like, yeah, fuck you, UFC. I'm taking your belt and I'm dropping it again. I'm out of here. Just to be a dick. But, is what it is.
He ain't making 55.
So he ain't making 55. He's a big boy. Yeah. All right. He's picking Gaethje. I think Gaethje shocks us all. I think we hope Gaethje shocks us all. I do too. Gaethje has really upped his game, though, from those losses. And agreed. He's not as the psycho that goes in, just balls out.
One question with this fight. I mean, we're not going to talk about this fight. We're a little, well, actually, pretty close, actually, but.
Yeah,
I have one question with this fight. Is Gaethje's wrestling as good as they tell me it is? Because I don't know. They say it's good. He say he been wrestling his whole life. For all of me, we about to find out. If he can make Khabib stand with him, all you fucking morons out there that was like, yeah, Khabib and Floyd should box. If he can make Khabib stand with him, which nobody has yet been able to, but if he can, he will start Khabib within a round and a half. I bet my left nut on it. Now, that's the question, though. Can he stuff the takedowns over, and not just 1 or 2, because we all know, like, a lot of people have done that to Khabib once or twice, but can he stuff him for a round? Going into the 2nd or 3rd round, will Khabib have not gotten 1 takedown? For me, that's the question of the fight. If that's true, I think Khabib's a walking dead man. But if he gets that takedown, even if it's just 1 or 2, and Justin gets right back up, that means that he can get it, and eventually he's going to get it and keep it. And I think that's the whole question of the fucking fight is Justin's wrestling as good as they tell me it is?
I don't know his background as a wrestler or like his resume, but I know I saw his very first fight like ever, and he didn't have any striking, nothing. He goes, all right, man, I just went in. He literally just grabs this guy, just slams his ass down. And I mean, he's got some sort of skill set that's pretty out of this world. So, anyways, man, to see that match with like all the knowledge and obviously the learning he's done, throughout his career and losses and whatever, I think he's gonna win too, man. I think he's gonna really impress us. And but yeah, man, I'm excited for that one.
Right. Okay. So he is an All-American. I'm trying to find out from the Big Sky Conference. Oh, I'm not sure what division that is. Is that Division 1?
The Big Sky?
Yeah.
What? I don't think so.
He was All-American in wrestling. So
I put little stock into that. Okay. I mean, look at George St. Pierre. You know what I mean? He didn't have
no wrestling.
We all so. I will find. You know what I do love about that question though? We will find out.
Right.
Because one thing I will give Khabib, I ain't the cocksuckers fan, but I'll give him this. He is going to test Justin's wrestling.
Or will Michael Chandler test it?
Right.
If Khabib don't make the fight.
That's the fun part about this fucking UFC 254 fight. No matter if someone drops out, we're getting a fight, and it might be Michael Chandler. Might even get more. Might even be spicier with that dude in there. As far as my opinion on Gaethje, like I've seen that dude fight live twice, and there was no wrestling whatsoever. What I do think he could do is stuff a takedown. Now, can he stuff like the Khabib takedowns, the chain takedowns, because Khabib doesn't just go shoot and then back. Oh, it didn't work. I'm gonna try. No, Khabib chains them over and over and over again until he gets your ass down. But the hands are gonna be there for Gaethje. That's the thing.
Well, here's the thing. I think we all could agree he can stop a takedown.
Sure.
Can he stop all the takedowns?
Exactly.
Now, because if he can, this fight becomes almost one-sided for Gaethje. Again, if he can get through a round or two and Khabib just can't get nothing, like, and again, I know we're spending way too much time on this fight, low-key, but Khabib does get a little tired. No, am I wrong about that, or have we seen Khabib slow down a little in round 4 and 5, or does he just take round 4 off? Is that what he says, or something? Like, I feel like he's not necessarily. I think he could get tired if he doesn't get that takedown. If he spends 2 rounds chasing it. I
think by the time he gets to the 4th round, he's tired, but so is his opponent from getting taken down so goddamn much.
Right, but if they're not being taken down, again, I think you get that 2nd or 3rd round and he's missed like 20 shots. He might be a little slow getting to the feet too. Right. So, all right, enough with this fight.
We'll see. See, Cairo says 14 of his first opponents don't even have wiki pages. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's true.
Just saying.
That's such a good point. Motivate Connor. I'll set up for a coked up fighting Connor at this point, right? We just want to see that dude fight. Like, give that dude the credit he deserves.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about cocaine. We might not be giving cocaine the credit it deserves.
It's a pre-workout.
Y'all hate on Connor, but real talk, he's got 2 losses in the UFC. He avenged one of them, and the other one is to Khabib. Cocaine ain't done the worst things to him. And do I even need to name the other guy who is synonymous with cocaine in the UFC? Mr. John Bones Jones. Nope. Y'all, look, young fighters, you want some advice from Daddy Fred? Fuck steroids. Start doing coke.
Yeah, exactly. Gaethje's finally fighting how I always wanted in a fight. It was so frustrating watching him fight to please the fans instead of actually trying to win. He's still being competitive and entertaining doing it. So I'm not mad at it either. Gaethje wins and MMA Twitter will be covered in drool and jizz.
Yeah. It would shake up the division, though. To be fair, it really would.
Right. All right. They're talking about Wikipedia fucking pages now. Chandler sneaks in and takes the title. That would be wild, right? That would be fucking wild coming in from Bellator. But
I'm not gonna. That would rub me the wrong way a little.
Yeah,
because it would be like, what the Michael Chandler's our fucking champion. That would be fucking weird.
I mean, Coker would scorch Dana White on Twitter after that win.
You talking about people jizzing in their pants. If Michael Chandler comes in and wins the belt, y'all better check Scott Coker.
That dude's gonna be on losing his mind. Kyra says, I hear they're trying to do Chandler versus Tony. So I heard this too. Tony Ferguson calling out Michael Chandler, like, fuck, give me this dude. Well, that would be dope.
I did hear that Tony Ferguson was low-key demanding a fight. He was saying he wants to fight in 2020. Like, he'll headline whatever event, he'll fight whoever he wants to fight. And I mean, to be fair, I guess I know they need a backup, but fuck, man, why not give me Michael Chandler? That makes a ton of sense. It's like, yo, do that fight, man. Fuck, let's just hope that Habib and fucking Gaethje stay together.
Let me just be like, hey, just tell Ferguson, like, hey, man, you're the other backup. If we don't need either one of you motherfuckers, you're the co-main event. Boom, done. Mini tournament. Although Raider makes a good point, dude. I hope they don't do Chandler Tony. I think that puts Ferg in a gatekeeper position. If he loses that fight, it puts him in a gatekeeper position, sort of. But yeah. All right. What else do we want to talk about? Oh yeah, Jones and Izzy and that weird Twitter drama and shit. Like that got awkwardly weird because it wasn't. At first, it was kind of funny. Then it was still kind of interesting. After a while, even Twitter trolls were like, dude. Like, fucking stop already. Jones tweeted like 15 times, I ain't talking about this no more. I ain't talking about this no more. But he kept fucking talking about it. Jones is the worst like Twitter troll ever. Straight up.
John Jones could very well be the worst use of a personality I've ever seen in combat sports. Right. I mean, the guy's resume and his skills in the cage are, pretty much impeccable. But the cute cocksucker, like, he's a star. And he's really not good at smack talking. He's not really good at building feuds or beefs. I mean, if John Jones had a quarter of what fucking Henry Cejudo or Colby Covington had, can you imagine the fuck? Like, he was just tedious with the tweets.
Yeah.
It was just, it's not all that funny.
It was hard to follow too. I was like, what are you talking about now?
It's just not that clever. Izzy is pretty clever, but it's really only fun when you get a back and forth with somebody. Nick
hates John Jones.
it's almost like it's a kind of a waste, man. His skills are so good, but his all the other sort of like fight promoting shit is just not that great.
I had to block Izzy. I had to mute him I muted him and Jones. I'll be honest about that. Izzy's awkward and weird. What the fuck? It just, after a while, nobody knew what the fuck they were talking about. We're like, what the fuck is going on right now?
To be fair, at least for me too, the problem with this is the fight seems a little far-fetched. I mean, what the fuck? Izzy, you're at middleweight. Supposedly, John, you're having head into heavyweight. So it's like, I guess that's another thing that just kind of distanced me from this beef a little bit. It's like when two guys from different organizations are talking shit. It's like, I don't really get it. Like, y'all can't fight. So, and now I realize Izzy and John can. Right. But to be fair, like on some real shit, as much as I like Izzy, just chill. If you want to do anything, go beat up Jan and take John's old belt. I want to see John Jones fight a motherfucking goddamn heavyweight. And as much as I like you, Izzy, I don't want you getting in the way of it either. What the fuck, John? It's time for you to go to heavyweight. This is what we've all wanted for a month of Sundays. Please let John take his skinny, funny ass to heavyweight. Izzy, Jan has looked real good. There's a whole new belt there at 205, a whole division for you to conquer. We have a lot of room yet before Izzy and John. Like, y'all don't even need to be smack talking to each other right now. Fuck, John, go start talking shit to somebody at heavyweight that you're going to be fighting next. And Izzy, you got all kinds of people to shit talk. Like,
Yeah, what'd you think about it, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, we get these beefs all the time. And I was trying to think of when a Twitter beef that was actually like, oh shit, oh my god, that would be so fucking sick if that fight got made, and then it actually did get made. I know there is a couple that we got, but was it the match got made and then the Twitter beef kind of got accelerated?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm remembering. I don't ever remember a match getting made after this like wild beef. Maybe you could find one, but I couldn't think of it.
Nothing that ever, not a fight that mattered. I'll say that much. You never got a title. Okay, I take it back. Maybe Chael, but Chael got it. I was just talking though. It wasn't really Twitter. But other than that, yeah, not a big fight that mattered. In the conversation, throw it in there if you guys know one. I can't think of one right now.
I'm sure there probably is one. John's just not that clever on Twitter.
He's
you know what I mean? He's just not.
I'll say this about John Jones. I don't mind watching videos. You ever seen that video of his dog? He's in his fucking Corvette and he's driving around with his fucking dog, and they have they set up like a guy attacking John, and the dog is fucking dope as hell. Attacks this dude, drags him to the ground, gets back in the Corvette and bails. I want a dog like that, like a motherfucker, dude. It was so dope.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. No, I don't like that. You know what? I can't stand John Jones' personality. You know what? I'll be honest with you. You know who looks like they'd like John Jones? Trump fans.
Yeah.
He's got videos of him shooting bows, shooting guns, training his dog, riding around. He's fucking doing coke in private. He's a total Republican. You know what I'd like to see John Jones doing? Putting in a gold grill with some white broad mopping his fucking top, smoking a blunt. I'd be like, well, there's the fucking king of the world right there. There's the fucking lion of the jungle. Meanwhile, he's fucking walking around with some shitbird German shepherd. Come here, Pete. He's a dork, to be completely honest. He's a fucking dork. I mean, he's a very tough dork, but he's fucking dorky, man.
Yeah, he'll be next on Rogan's podcast over in Austin. Again, DC was so right about Jones' personality of him being fake and a piece of shit. Everyone knew it though. We all just kind of just accepted it. DC getting called a fat ass 3 times in one day from 3 different people was hilarious. Oh yeah, he got a yawn, and a few other people came at him about whatever, and then and DC's like, hey man, just ignore me. I'm just an old retired dude, which it's fair. I miss those Jones DC pressers like crazy. Those were honestly they were all right. They were
really good, man.
Entertaining pressers are so haven't happened in so long that they don't even have pressers anymore. Now it's like, you get media day. There you go.
Yeah.
The only Twitter beats I can remember that meant something was Dan Hooker and versus Paul Felder. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, but isn't home mopping his top? He's a white girl. He's halfway there. That's always been that fucking rumor. Like no one knows.
I mean, look, let me tell you something, Jack. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I keep hearing about Holly Holm, John Jones. So I wouldn't doubt. I mean, she is the preacher's daughter. I mean, what's more bad girl than banging the black guy if you're the preacher's daughter? Let's be honest.
She's recently divorced, so I wouldn't be be surprised.
I mean, to be fair, if I was in the gym with him, I'd probably give John Jones some pussy. He's the king of the world. There's got to be a certain aura.
He's the king of the world.
Oh shit. Yeah. What the hell, Drew? Unpopular opinion: Taco Bell best fast food? No, get real Mexican food.
It's a very unpopular opinion, my dude.
Very unpopular. You're right. All right, let's talk about this weekend's card really quick before we get to the main part of this whole thing. Bruno Silva and Tagir Ulanbekov kick off the card. One of our favorites, Tracy Cortez, taking on Stephanie Egger, who I don't even know. Oh, she's a fucking short notice fight. Stephanie Egger's coming in, taking over somebody's spot. I forgot who. Giga Chikadze taking on Omar Morales. Alia Kaisi taking on Tony Kelly. Jesus Christ, with the fucking last names. Joaquin Buckley against Impa Kasanganai. I hope I just tortured that dude's last name for sure. Chris Dawkins against Rodrigo for Nascimento Ferreira. And then Tom Breeze against KB Bular is the feature prelim. All of this on ESPN Plus, as is the main card, kicking off at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, with Yusuf Salal taking on Leah Topuria. Thomas Pinali, I mean, I don't fucking know some of these dudes. Against Alan Baudat. Marcus Perez, there we go. Taking on Dricus Duplessis. I can't wait to hear someone had to say his name on there. Here's another one. Baron Rothwell taking on Marcin Tybura at heavyweight. Rothwell coming off the OSP win, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go.
So.
Another good one. Edson Barbosa taking on Makwan Amirkhani. Had Edson Barbosa on. They had Edson Barbosa on doing his what the fuck it's called, his little media scrum, and someone showed him a video of his kids saying hi to him and shit, and dude teared up. That got me on the Barbosa train real quick for some reason. Meanwhile, Makwan Amirkhani came up like a shot in the UFC and then kind of fell off, but he's on his way back. Here's a fucking fight though. The main event is a fucking burner. Marlon Moraes taking on Corey Sandhagen. This is a good fucking, like a really good fucking fight at 135. When in a time where we still have yet to hear the UFC say, yeah, Aljo, you get the next title shot. And they're waiting to see if TJ comes back in February. Maybe they give it to him instead. We're still up in the air with 135 ever since Henry bailed out.
Is that still not a thing? I thought they did give Aljo the title shot.
No, everyone's talking about. I mean, I'll make sure right now. But
I mean, I guess there's not a date set, but I thought maybe I heard Dana White say that like he was next. Which I guess Dana White saying that he's next doesn't necessarily mean shit either as far as it goes. Fuck.
Yeah. All right, give me a second. My fucking audience went to shit.
No, look, this is a fantastic fight. Isn't Corey coming off an L? Am I tripping?
To Aljo, I think. Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to say this is a must win for Corey Sandhagen, but if he wants to keep those title shots alive, that he needs to win this one. The problem is fucking Marlon Moraes is a goddamn animal. And every fight of his in the UFC has been fucking, he's looked super impressive. So yeah. I'm going to pick Marlon Moraes in this fight, man. Like, right. I like Corey Sandhagen. I like the whole Dominic Cruz 2.0 sort of vibe. But I don't know, man. When I think about this fight playing out in my head, I picture Marlon cutting him off and thunder striking him low key. It's kind of in a sort of like Tyron Woodley, Wonder Boy sort of way. Mm-hmm. I can picture Marlon just landing a big hook on him. Down he goes.
Right. Hold on. Wait. Okay, yeah. What do you think there, Dave? Who are you picking in this one?
Man, I don't know. I think it's just going to be a good one. I've really been terrible at picking fights anymore. Yeah, man, I don't know. Because they're both coming off the losses, and I think it's like kind of that battle for kind of next after Aljo. Because my understanding was Aljo got next. Also, I thought I heard.
So I looked it up. It's not at all fucking official.
I thought I remember someone just asking, like, is Aljo next? And then yeah. But I mean, like Fred said, they don't have a date. They don't have anything like in line. But again, who knows who changes. But Aljo came off a devastating finish of, I mean, if Sandhagen wins, I mean, he got finished by Sterling. How in the hell does he leap Sterling, So
we'll see. Dana White will find a way to leap that dude.
Of course.
Which is stupid. I don't know why. I mean, come on, Pichor Jan and Aljamain Sterling is a perfectly fucking serviceable fucking title fight. Like,
great fucking
we've seen way worse than that in recent days, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, for sure. A little bit on the Taco Bell thing. Says, hey, Unbroken goes, LOL. You must love taking dumps. Immediately after Taco Bell, you got to go shit yourself. For sure. The April Buckley fight should be fun. Agreed. I entered a Taco Bell fast food. Fuck. Yeah, dude. All us older folk know. Edson's about to embarrass him. Okay, yeah, on the co-main event. Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah. Barbosa was supposed to face Sodiq Yusuf.
Okay. I was kind of thinking, I was like, well, that's a pretty big step up for Makwan. I mean, I like him just because of his name. But I was thinking about some of his previous fights, and I'm like, he's fighting Barboza? Again, like, I'm fucking Dave, I'm the worst. Don't listen to me pick fights at all. I'd be getting them shits wrong as fuck. But like, I feel like Barboza's going to beat the fuck out of Makwan Amarkani.
Yeah,
I would think Fred would like the Makwan pick, because the dude can eat an apple and pick up ladies like nobody's business, man.
Oh yeah.
You ever tried the apple trick, Fred?
No.
I haven't. All right.
Don't worry though. I'm keeping it in the back pocket though.
Okay.
He's saving it for a good one.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take Marlon Moraes. Just too, in my opinion, has too many tools and too much experience. Much more experience than Sandhagen. And Sandhagen just, coming off the losses is not gonna be good for him. So, but yeah, that's what I'm taking. All right. What else we got? We gotta head out. We're right on time. Nevada judge dismisses Dana White sex tape lawsuit. What the fuck is that about? It was a sex tape lawsuit?
I feel like that's old.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't know and could care less about a Dana White sex tape.
I don't want to see it. I did not know he was. Oh, he's being extorted. So this is the lead from MMAclickbait.com, aka MMA Fighting. Says a Clark County judge on Wednesday dismissed a lawsuit against UFC President Dana White after a Las Vegas man convicted of extorting him over a sex tape sued for breaking a deal to keep him quiet. I'm confused, but that's just, why would you? I don't know. You would think Dana White wouldn't give a fuck about a sex tape coming out of his.
Well, I'm sure he.
Depending on who's on it, honestly.
I'm sure he cares, but it's like, if you're the dude and you got paid, why would you speak like who? Like, at the end of the day, in the UFC with his fan base, there's like, I mean, might matter to his wife and his personal life, but who gives a fuck if Dana White had a sex tape? First off, would any of us be surprised if Dana White was getting his hog greased by some whore in Vegas? Like,
first of all, this is funny. Dana fucked a dude. No, it's not. But
now
Ronda Rousey's on it.
Now that would be hilarious.
Yeah, those two right there. First of all, no one would be surprised if Ronda Rousey was on it. All right, I'll do respect, but nobody would be surprised at all. Or one of the Octagon girls, or even a fucking stripper from fucking Vegas.
Girl would be pretty. That's what I would assume.
It depends on who it is. Yeah, any of them really. All right, I see nothing else on the headlines here. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
What about? I was wondering because the Calabao and I forget the other guy's name on the card, but they fought to a draw.
Right.
And I know on another card recently there was a draw. I was just thinking, man, I would like to see more draws. I mean, some of these fights are close, and these 29-28s, you ride the line, and I don't feel like we're sitting there robbery, but it's like we do sit there a lot and go, man, well, could have been. And I don't know, man. I just kind of like the idea of a draw. You don't really lose. Do you get your win bonus though?
No, you don't. I don't think you do. I think at that point it depends on what Dana White thinks. But I'm with you on that. I like draws, but that just reminded me of something. Everybody was complaining like a motherfucker about a ref this weekend, and like I said, I missed a bunch of the fights, so I didn't really see what everyone was talking about. But was there a ref that was that fucking bad this weekend that people were bitching about, like breaking up, like fucking what's it called? Breaking up clinches and shit and takedowns?
I don't know. Every fucking week there's a ref or a judge complaint. I mean, I'm not saying they're not valid, but it's hard to keep up with. There's there's a lot of incompetent refs, a lot of incompetent judges. It seems like literally every card there's some ref that does something really stupid or some judging decision that we're all just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, the ref that thought this was boxing, right? So that's what I heard. Is he was breaking up fucking clinches over and over again. Like, all right.
I don't even remember what fight.
I think it was the co-main event, and it was like, Fred was saying, man, the two bodied up dudes.
Oh no! If they're talking about that, okay. I don't know. Maybe not.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the co-main event. I was fucking with that dude because yes,
get him to fight. They're heavyweights.
Yes, y'all should have to fucking fight. I mean, you cannot. I mean, look, yes, I get it. Fuck off, dickheads. If they're fighting in the clinch, I understand. Like, I know what I'm looking at. Sometimes ain't nobody fighting for nothing. Them big sea donkeys are trying to catch breath. Fuck that. We didn't pay to see y'all collect breath. Somebody step back, take advantage of the other one being tired, and knock that motherfucker out. Like, it's the same thing in like boxing, man. You know, you only get the hold for a second, then you get broke up. Yes, I know this isn't boxing, but I would like to see a little more of that. I would like to see a little more of that on the ground sometimes. I get it. I know what BJJ looks like. Sometimes you have to set shit up. Sometimes ain't nobody setting up nothing. They're just fucking laying there. And the guy's just fucking belly to belly, holding them flat and tight, giving them a little of ease in the ear, but they're not doing nothing. Man, stand them the fuck up, man. If you're working for a submission or you're working to get to a better position to increase your chances of ground and pound, then yeah, step the fuck back. And you know, if you want to catch some air for 15, 20 seconds, cool. I'm not trying to watch y'all for 2.5 minutes, low-key fucking take a breath. It's like, well, it's hard to do that, dude. Blah, 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 blah. Man, shut the fuck up. I didn't ask them to be fighters. Train better or whatever. I don't give a fuck. We're paying to see this shit.
Sorry, people keep fucking tagging me on pictures of Mike Pence with a fly on his head. Apparently he didn't feel it. He just kept talking right through it. 2 minutes, his fucking fly sat on his fucking head. And all right. Anyway.
That's about his personality, though.
That is his fucking person. Yes, you're right. It's bullshit. It's fucking flies.
He knew that fly was there. He just didn't want to look like the dummy that did this. He's like sitting there going, "Come on, Jesus."
That just reminds me of Marco Rubio getting really thirsty on the Republican responses to the State of the Union back when Obama was there, and that dude could not fucking hold it together. He had to fumble for the glass, drink it, and he got clowned for weeks over that. Anyway, all right. Yorgan Castro was a fight. He was gas as fuck. Yeah. The fight was bad, but the ref was bullshit. Agreed. He's a robot. Matt Pence? Yeah, probably. All right, real quick before we go. Jeremiah says, I'll be chatting with John Fitch next weekend about his recent retirement and his loss to Gracie.
Right.
Yeah, so that's there you go. Keep at Jeremiah Deskins on Twitter, I believe. Just fucking YouTube, the Hardcore MMA Show, and follow them. Just subscribe to that motherfucker immediately. All right. Dave, what you got coming up?
Nothing. Yeah, not much. If you guys go to MMAstorytime.com, and I'm just kind of fucking around writing fiction and bullshit. And if you want to follow my memes, you can connect all that shit there. I have fun doing that. You know what just astounds me, man? It's like I know we've all talked about this, Dave. Don't let the comments get to you. Right. Blah blah blah. Okay, and they don't get to me, but it astounds me, the comments. It just, I'm not reading them for what do they think. I'm just reading them like that's what they think, and it just, I'm really just kind of bummed out, and it's not just the MMA community. I'm just kind of bummed out at like how kind of low level we all kind of stay. You know, like what kind of shit's funny. You know, Art of the Goat shit, man, still funny. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of disappointed in like just others. I guess it's just kind of interesting to watch. You know, people on social media. It's interesting, man. They're pretty. This the new fan now, man. It's different than when I had my stuff before. It's just it feels different for sure.
I'll tell you what. There's a lot of young kids that just hopped on a Twitter and just jumped on MMA Twitter, and they don't have their faces on their fucking accounts. It's all like fighter pictures and stupid shit.
Instagram's a disaster.
Instagram's worse.
Instagram is so bad.
Instagram's really much worse. So it's one of those things where like. Yeah, you can get a shitty comment, just fuck off. Like you just can't answer those things anymore. The problem is they see you answering other comments and they fucking throw them in trying to fish for you.
I swear to God, there might actually be a God or maybe a universe or something. Because I welcome it. Please, I'd be bored. When I be picking up the kids, I'd be searching for y'all those sissies on Twitter and Instagram. I'd be so bored. I wish y'all would come troll me, fuck with me. I'll tweet you a hog picture. I don't give a fuck. I'd be bored. I will fuck with you and then block you. I'll unblock you. I'm bored. I bring it. Find me.
There you go.
What's my shit? At Kirby_MMA. Go find that shit on Twitter. Fuck
you. You could have fun in my comments, man. They're insane. And you know, like I put out a meme. With in the Simpsons where the guy's driving by, Homer's driving by, and he says something. So I say, oh shit, you know, Kamaru Usman and Gilbert, they're off on December. And then the other guy, you know, what did he say? And I make the other guy say, "Oh, he's trying to. He needs a little more time to cycle off the EPO." And so, anyways, people get in the comments. They're like, "How did fucking prove it? Fucking prove it!" And I go, "What do you mean about what's all the syringes in his locker?" You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying back. And they're like, "Fucking prove it." I go, "Check your DMs." Like I sent him a picture. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm doing, and but it's just the gullibleness, the
dude.
It's interesting, man. I don't know.
You gotta just put on your fucking bio like these are memes, and then go just check the bio. Look at the bio. Look at the bio.
Makes it worse.
This is a lot easier said than done, but and it's, like everybody really for real, you just have to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
You just have to really not care. Like if one of the people you know or you interact with and you are engaged with comes and says something like that, I feel like that's when you might be like, whoa, yo, maybe I did say some wild shit. But if it's like, at least that's for me. If I don't know you, let me tell you this. If you ever happen to catch this little piece of media right here, if I don't know you or interact with you on social media and you say something to me, I don't give a fuck. I don't know you. I could not matter less. You could tell me that I'm stupid, I'm ugly. You didn't like the last pot. I don't give a fuck. I don't know you. Your opinion means fuck all to me. If I know you and I fuck with you and you tell me, that shit might hurt my feelings. But to all the rest of y'all, I could not give a fuck less. Because, you know, there's always fucking trolls and just fucking idiots, quite frankly. Most of y'all out there are fucking stupid. It's low-hanging fruit. So most of y'all piping up in the comments saying dumb shit, you're a fucking moron. Like, don't worry about those people. They're fucking idiots. Truly.
Yeah, for real. Fuck them. All right. Shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. Appreciate you guys. Otis, Unbroken Raider was here. BTS Drew, he has his own show and all that. Make sure you find him on YouTube. Jeremiah with John Fisher's this next weekend? Next weekend? Yeah. Kairos, appreciate you jumping in, man. Nick X Micro, Keyboard Warriors alumni hanging out. Who else we got? We had Jesse on by the way before we went on live. Dude's doing all right. But for people that were asking, he's fine. He's just really, really busy right now. So he's taking a minute to get his stuff in order. Fuck. Everyone that tuned in, you guys are dope as fuck. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. And make sure Otis, get knockout therapy on here. I want to say I know who you're talking about.
Get Hectic One.
Hectic One?
Yeah, I don't know.
You talking about?
He'd be having the fire memes. He's the dude, right? That's all I know him as is the dude. He's got the dude as his profile picture.
Right.
His memes are fire. His memes are actually funny.
I'll start working. I'll work on. I'm about to find out who. I want to say I know who knockout therapy is, but I'm about to find out. Actually, I do know who that is. I'll work on that one. I'll work on Hectic and see what happens. All right, guys. Make sure you you guys see it on there. KeyboardWarsMA.com. Spot 1983 for Jesse. At Kirby_MMA for Kirby. I'm at Ela32. Dave is at MMA Storytime.
Yep.
Right. All right, guys. That's gonna do it for us. Enjoy the card this week, and we'll catch you guys next week. Good night.
All right, later, guys.